Pat Bowlen was one of those responsible for bringing in here. He's going to be honored. Your best memory of him and how he treated the players in your relationship with him?
Yeah, not just one memory. I came from a lot of different teams who cut corners and just didn't do it the way Mr. Bowlen did it. When I got here, when you'd fly on a trip, you'd have a whole row. You'd have your own king-size bed in your own room so people weren't snoring or listening to music to keep you up. They gave you extra money for per diem. We practiced on grass field. They played on grass field. They had the best facilities. You know, the stuff that he had over at his house and the functions and the things he did for the players was just unheard of back when I came through. You know, I came from the Steelers and the blue-collar stuff and all that. And that
frugal franchise.
It wasn't like that at all. And the Eagles and, I mean, that East Coast tough. And I think every player, and I said, golly, this is what it's like. No wonder the players want to play for the Broncos and free agency and stuff like that. But Mr. Bowlen was unbelievable, and it was an honor to be on the team and play for him.
And the memory of the Super Bowl and the championship, is there a moment during the game, and I was writing about it this morning and last night, that had so many different angles to it, the helicopter play.
Yep.
TD's migraine.
Yeah, that two secondary players, Steve
Allen getting knock hurt. Each other out.
Yeah, Brett Favre against John Elway, and the back and forth, and it was up and down. Mike Holmgren, you guys didn't know it really during the game, actually letting the Broncos score so that Brett Favre can get his back. What a brilliant play by a decision by the coach. But is there something, and then Pat at the end saying this one's for John, is there something that you tingle, you get goosebumps, as we call them in the South, when you think about that game?
I do, because the game was like you're saying, and we were on the fence. And when John made that run, and he did flip up and do the helicopter for the first down, because I knew what the play was. And so as soon as they double teamed Shannon, I was like, oh shoot. And he just took off right then. If he would have hesitated one more second, he wouldn't have made it, and we'd have had to settle for a field goal. And after that, our sidelines and everybody, it just went to change the whole thing. I said, we're freaking gonna win. I mean, you just had that feeling like I'm getting chill bumps right now. We're gonna win. And then that moment, and then after that, when Mr. Bowlen said this one's for John, those two, I'll never forget those long as I live.
John's told me over the years that two things about the play that people don't really pay attention to is he knew when the play came in.
He didn't like that play.
He didn't want to run that play. He knew it wasn't going to be open. And Mike was sure it was going to be open, and he knew, I'm probably going to have to run on this play. And
but if he wouldn't have known that, how John's mind was working, he was like, oh, they're going to double Shannon down in the red zone, da-da-da. If they do, what do I do? I mean, we didn't have a checkoff that's going to make 10 yards. He's got to go get it, and that's how John was. John was into making third downs and touchdowns.
Yeah, he said he could see Leroy Butler, and the other thing is he checked, and I watched it today. He actually looked over at the first down marker, and I don't know that I've ever seen a guy that wasn't on the sideline. I mean, he's going, and you could see him look to see
how far do I need to get.
Yeah, and so that's what, and he could see Leroy Butler. That's why he went into the air, because he knew Butler was going to bust him and bust him short of the first down.
When you go to buy a car, what do you really want? You probably want a lot of cars to choose from. And you want the dealership's best price. Not some starting price or target price, the best price. And you want it immediately, not after hours of negotiating. And you want a salesperson who doesn't get paid more if you spend more. Because, well, you don't want to spend more. Well, you're in luck. John Elway wants all of those things too. Better yet, John Elway wants you to have all of those things too. Come see us or click on johnelwaychevrolet.com.